Don't do it. You tuned in with the Alkaline Hassan, baby. The one and only, baby. And I'm gonna call this video here. What the fuck is we gonna do now? You see, and I'm gonna start this off with I'm gonna talk about the Amber Garden situation. I'm gonna talk about a little bit previously of a 6ix9ine situation and this snitching shit. And I'm gonna speak on, you know what I'm saying, just where I feel that we at in the whole to the black community in a whole, like where we at, you know what I'm saying? So let me go in where I go in and how I do it. All right, the Amber Garden situation. For one time, we had a chance to get revenge for all the black people that suffer for the hands of unlawful law enforcement. And for the first time in history, white people disowned each other. Excuse me. White people disowned each other. You know, from my knowledge and for what I seen, the lady was called the cop killer. They did not support her. They said what she did was wrong. They said she would have to face prosecution for what they did, for what she did, excuse me. But these Neanderthals are so calculated in their steps, in their movement, to the point to where they knew to send her in front of a black judge. They knew that. They knew to put black people on the witness stand. You know what I'm saying? They knew to put black people back there. You know what I'm saying? The witness. They knew to put black people in every place you could put. Prosecution. They wanted the most niggas they can get to stand in front of the one that being prosecuted. And I say that to say that the jury, they made sure they had some niggas on that goddamn jury and the nigga had the most say so. Because in reality is, you ever wonder why any other race, when they come to America, the first place they want to open their business is in the urban communities. They do that for the simple fact of that us as black people want to prove our loyalty. We want to be late to self at the expense of self. You see what I'm saying? We want to prove our loyalty to everybody else that's outside of the black race than ourselves, because we are so at war with ourselves that we will feel like someone else is not wrong for killing us. Like, we really, like, the family forgave this woman for taking the life of their sibling. And then the bitch ass lawyer had the nerve to say that he was almost fucking perfect. They killed the almost perfect black accountant with a degree, taking care of no felonies and everything. He was almost goddamn perfect. And I sit right here with 3 motherfucking felonies, undisclosed amount of misdemeanors, been to the psych ward, every motherfucking way you can name in between. So if he was near perfect, what the fuck they calls a nigga like me at the end of the motherfucking day? You know what I'm saying? What they call somebody like you if your parents made a mistake, if he a near perfect person? We have to get back to the topic at hand, to where his family forgave this person for killing them, but that would have been me. Knocked on the wrong door or walked in the wrong house and beat that man up to a bloody pulp, they would have wanted me arrested for aggravated assault. I would have got prosecuted to the full extent of the law. I had a female say I put my hands on her, and when she take her glasses off, they see a bruise. Anybody who wear glasses gonna leave marks on your face. Look at my face. Man, you got marks from my glasses on to when you get right here. You see how it's light, then you see this marking around how you can see where my glasses fit at. Like, that's what my prosecution was for. And I got 4 years and did 3.5 years. So you telling me she gonna do 1.5 years more than I did in penitentiary for killing someone inside their own motherfucking house? Pause. Fuck all that, cause then a black person want to forgive him and all that type of shit instead of giving that motherfucker the death penalty like they give all us niggas. They should have sent that bitch to the firing squad. Take that bitch like he took his motherfucking life. Okay, now we're gonna get to the motherfucking 6ix9ine thing. I'm gonna tell you why 6ix9ine went in that bitch and he snitched like a little hoe that he is. And I'm gonna tell you why they gave him a big old deal like the hoe that he is. And why P. Diddy describe, want to be his manner to like the hoe he is. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna break it all down to you. It because in the reality we live in, all 90% of the motherfuckers out here getting money doing their thing. Big time dope with the car, clothes, and the hoes told it on somebody. Most of the people that the niggas unfollowing around and all, they been untold on somebody. And this ain't coming from no he say, she say. I've been to prison and seen that it's the baddest of the baddest ones that will tell on you. It will be the ones that don't give a fuck about nothing, man. That they don't give a fuck about killing a nigga, don't give a fuck about robbing a nigga, don't give a fuck about doing none of that type shit. They about their life, they 100%. So when they get time to tell, they ain't got your kids in their heart. They ain't got your mother in their heart. They don't see that. Damn, if I tell them this dude, he got away with it, that his family will suffer for years if he gets this 20 goddamn years I'm about to give them. They don't give a fuck about that. So they know that in reality, in a subconscious mind, that a lot of people is dealing with people that they know deep down inside told on somebody before. So what's the point of us not signing a known snitch? And there's so many rappers undercover that's in the industry that's really is snitches and rappers. They on the way out because they couldn't get no street money, like they couldn't do nothing street right because their street credibility has been taken from them. You know what I'm saying? So you can't just blame these people going off on these people for doing what they did to 6ix9ine. You know what I'm saying? That's what they do. So at the end of the day, you cannot be mad at them. But what I say is, what we need to go at the black community as a whole with the topic at hand that I discussed is that I feel like at the end of the day, there's no saving us. Like, honestly, that's why I've been pausing my video doing my studies and all. I feel like we can scream this black power shit all the fuck we want to. Like, we can do the movement, we can do whatever we want to, but until Negroes start to feeling themselves that they guards and they can uplift themselves, man, it will never end, man. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, you know what I'm saying? It's contradicting yourself. Like, I was just building with a brother to sit there and say that you want to be more like, to know that your African nature, your African culture, and see where you come from. Then you realize that you're studying something that money didn't exist. Wealth didn't exist, and you look at the lifestyle they were living. They were living with bare minimum, but you praying to people that was living with bare minimum for shit that these white folks living for. It's like you sitting there doing all these mystical studies, all these bills to get yourself up and uplift yourself in life just to reap the benefit that the crackers get, that the white man get. So, like, in reality, like, what's the difference? Like, you might as well been a blonde hair, blue-eyed motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? Because you is going into your African nature, your African culture with the intention of having your heaven on earth. You with your attention of, like, it's for once to say that you study the mystery system and then you get into the mystery system and understand that they believe that death is a beautiful thing. Now, once you understand that death is take you from this reality and take you on to your higher self to where you can become your highest self, but then you want to care about starving fucking babies. Like, at the end of the day, that contradicts itself, because why do you want these babies to keep living, to go through these trials and tribulations, this hell through life, and you know all what these kids gonna go through? But you praying for them to keep on and live to be 120 years old to suffer, but you saying that you believe all this illusion and that we can go on to the next level, to the next stage of life, and we'll seek our kingdom. That come to, okay, now, you saying one group of people have their heaven on earth, and the other group of people have hell on earth, but your goal is to get to your mansion in heaven with the pearly gates. You see what I'm saying? So you fall in the belief that the people having their heaven on earth, taking their heaven on earth and throwing it inside the sky, to where heaven got gates, it got gold floors, it got houses and all this other stuff that's worldly. But we talking about a spiritual thing, like, you know what I'm saying? But now we done made a spiritual thing limited to having a fucking house. Like, you know what I'm saying? So, like, it goes back to, do my needs meet my, do my wants meet my needs over time? That's what I'm getting into from this point right now. Okay, do my wants meet my needs over time? You see, like, they go to contradict how you can contradict your lifestyle. That's what I'm going to get into. Like, thing that you want and you desire in your life that will make you feel like you've done something, you achieved something, you at your higher stuff, you at your higher ability, you really accomplished something. That thing alone can be a want. But in reality, you could really, the universe can look at you like, no, you don't really, yeah, what you want, but in your needs, is way on a different balance scale than what you want. So I can use, for example, just say you want to get a bigger house than you in right now. You're in an apartment, but you want to get a house, and you have fast barely can maintain a fucking apartment. Like you like you barely pushing it. Like you barely paying rent on time, lights on time. Your food game ain't up to par. You ain't cleaning up how you want to. You gotta minus that inside a house or a community. You might have to cut your yard and get a ticket. You might have to pay to take out trash. You know what I'm saying? It's a bunch of other stuff that comes. You might have to pay your monthly extra bill to get your yard done. Cut a month. You know what I'm saying? Cut 2 times a week just to keep up with the standards of the community you're moving in. Then you also got to take in hand that you staying in this apartment can cut out a lot of other bills that you will have being inside of a house or a community. And you sitting there praying for this goddamn house and so much praying for this house and wondering why God not giving this house you're praying for. In reality, you're not even on top of an apartment game. You know what I'm saying? Like you're on the verge of losing an apartment, so why would I even send you and put the stress of a house on your burden? So do your needs meet your wants meet your needs over time? You know, so I just had to drop this video because I know it's been a nice minute since I dropped something on. I know a lot of people I be having people tuned in to me and they listen to the knowledge that I give and propose, man, and like it's like life been taking me through a hell of a journey, like through my needs and my wants, you know, because at the end of the day, like, man, I feel like sometimes, man, we deserve our heaven on earth. You know what I'm saying? And I look at the end of the day that I know at the end of the day my sacrifice have to be the sacrifice that I put in, man, to sit in a situation that I be in, man, and not do the ignorant things that I can do to put my lifestyle in the next notch, but my lifestyle will be in the next notch with sorrow and misery behind it of someone else's expense that I'm ahead. To where if someone downfall that I made it ahead in life, you know, and I deal with that because ain't too many people made it to the top without being dirty, grimy, sizzling, snakes, like without winning. All they care is about $1. So you be careful of what you want in life and what you choose in life and what you trying to put before anything, you know what I'm saying? So it was a peaceful little video, man. I made this one, man. This for y'all, man. I was just feeling myself today.